Welcome along in everybody to the Red Card Radio news episode for Match Week 20 in the Premier League. We've got all of the latest updates, breaking news, all the kind of information that you need to keep you up to date on English football on the Premier League. We've got for you coming in the next 20 to 25 minutes. I'm James. I support Arsenal. That's Brad. He supports Chelsea. Sean supports Tottenham, and that's Joel. He supports Newcastle. Joel's with us all week. How you doing, Joel?
Doing pretty well, thank you guys. Excited to dig into this episode.
Maybe we'll have to figure out who Newcastle are going to sign in this transfer window. But we'll
Yeah, I've got a feeling it's going to be a quiet one for Newcastle.
yeah. So we'll get into all that. But first things first, if you're new here, if you haven't yet subscribed, subscribe, ring the sub notification bell, drop a comment down below, join our Discord. It's in the description of the video. If you're on one of our podcast sites, we'd really appreciate it if you could follow, rate it 5-star if your platform allows, share it with a friend, do all those things that normal YouTube and internet people ask you to do with their content, all those other things we would really appreciate as well. Um, and so, without further ado, we didn't talk about this team much in yesterday's episode, in the review episode, but we need to start this party on the blue side of London with Chelsea Football Club. They have signed another forward player, of course, because that's all Chelsea does. And they've signed another player for £100 million or 100 million euros because that's just what Chelsea does. Chelsea have signed Mudyrk from Shakhtar Donetsk. Again, it's around a $70 million guaranteed fee with around 30 million in add-ons, which apparently are easier to reach according to the Shakhtar side of things. So I would assume we might as well just refer to this as a €100 million deal.
Well, so if you think that, then that means you think that Chelsea's going to win the league a lot and win another Champions League title.
That's what Shakhtar believes. So,
but if you said it's €100 million euro fee, then you also have to believe that because right now it's only 70 mil.
I'm just quoting. Okay, so the reason why this is interesting, is because Arsenal have been linked to Mykhailo Mudryk for months,
like 3 months,
months at this point,
at least.
And Arsenal had, according to Shakhtar, the same amount of money offered as Chelsea, which I think there's some conflicting reports there. The word on the street is that Chelsea offered like 5 million more in add-ons than Chelsea, but the Shakhtar president said same amount of money. But the structure was different. So that kind of probably implies that Chelsea are offering more upfront money over a shorter period of time than Arsenal were. And so Chelsea fans, I think, rightfully look at this as they've stolen one out from under Arteta, they've stolen one out from under Arsenal, and it's a little coup that they've got going on there, and they're very excited about it. I will tell you, as an Arsenal fan, I'm pretty nonchalant about it. I don't think that this player is worth 100 million euros. Maybe he will be, but I don't think at this moment he is. And I'm kind of glad that Arsenal aren't just being beholden to players. Like if Mudryk really wanted to sign for Arsenal, if he was really interested in signing specifically for Arsenal, which is what his social media led us to believe, then he would have looked at Shakhtar and said, Arsenal offered you the same amount of money. Figured out with Arsenal, I want to sign for Arsenal. He wouldn't have just taken Chelsea 6 hours after they made the deal, made like, you know what I mean?
The offer, yeah.
Like, because we saw this with Rafinha in the summer. Leeds and Chelsea reached an agreement for Rafinha, but Rafinha said, "No, I want to go to Barcelona," and it fell apart. Right? So, players obviously have that ability. So, okay, that's my take, Brad. Are you excited about this transfer? Is this a good transfer? Does this make Chelsea better? Are you guys going to get in the top 4 now?
We'll see. I think as now, yes. I think he's better than our left wings. Maybe Sterling, but we're playing Sterling on the right anyways.
Which seems weird to me, but.
Oh yeah, well I think if Sterling on the right is better than Pulisic on the right.
Why don't you just buy a right wing?
Because we're gonna sell one. I don't know.
Can't sell Pulisic. He's injured.
Right. Yeah, no, Ziyech is apparently on the chop block, but we'll get to that in a sec because I got questions for Joel on that. Yes, I am happy, but here's the thing, right? So the fixed fee of 70 million euros equals 61 million pounds, which, if you guys remember in the summer, that is 1 million pounds more than what we offered Everton for Anthony Gordon. I think Mudryk's a much better player than Anthony Gordon.
How do you know? Like, all right, James is gonna hound me on this one because he has this idea in his head that I hate every foreign player, which is not untrue.
Every
But
foreign
like,
player not named to Tottenham.
how can you assume that some forward that's just doing okay in the Ukrainian league is all of a sudden going to translate to goals for
That's not what I
Premier
said.
League?
It's not what I said. I do think that will happen, but that's not what I said.
I think this is a
Okay.
fair point from Sean though, in that Mudryk is 22. He's only played in like the top flight
60 games.
in the Ukrainian league. He's played in the Champions League, so like that's obviously good. But I think that Sean makes a valid point that like there's no
You
guarantee.
just assume.
There's no guarantee that he's going to take off in the Premier League. This could be Nicola Pepe status, where like you spend a lot of money and they just. I've seen comps. I've seen the YouTube comps for Mudryk, and I'm like,
he posts. Mudryk mostly posts.
I'm like, this dude's pretty good. I would like to sign him.
Well,
he's very fast and he's a very good dribbler.
Well, I would love to hear Joel's take on this, but it seems hindsight is 2020 to say that Holland seemed like the sure bet because you watch him destroy the Austrian league and then he moves up and he destroys the Bundesliga and then you just assume he goes to City where he's going to get great service. You just assume that he's going to score 20 plus goals a year. But I would be interested to hear Joel's take on buying players from not even like the big 4 or 5 leagues, buying players from the Ukrainian league and hoping they work out.
Gamble, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
I was just looking up
his
stats, Mudryk's stats. He got 9 goals in 23 games in the last 2 seasons. I mean, it's not setting the world alight, is it?
No.
And it's not like it's that those number of goals in La Liga or the Bundesliga.
Are there assists?
He's had more assists than goals. He's got
so there's link up
13 assists.
He also takes free kicks too.
13. So there's 22 goals.
Goals and assists.
Yeah.
Is he a striker? I actually don't.
He's a winger.
He's a winger.
He's a winger. He's a left winger. A left winger.
Right foot.
So like I haven't watched. I've been listening to things about Mudryk. He plays like at a 4-1-4-1. He plays like a left mid, which essentially is a left winger for what we would say in the Premier League.
Arsenal were looking at him as cover across the entire forward line. Yes. That was the scouting report on the Arsenal side, that he could play on the right, he can play on the left, and in certain situations he can play down the middle. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but I haven't seen Arteta and Edu mislabel that many of their transfer targets in terms of what their skill sets are. So I would believe that he is versatile across the front line. But I think it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Oh yeah, it definitely is a lot of money.
And I think at a certain point,
over 8 years.
But at a certain point, he's going to have to justify that transfer fee, right? Like players, fans, pundits are going to look at him and say, it doesn't matter how much he's going to,
whatever it is.
He's going to be looked at as €100 million winger, and he's going to be expected to produce. Now, I guess if you're comparing him to another £100 million winger in the likes of Jack Grealish, he doesn't have to score that much, but that's not how he's going to be looked at. It's not going to.
It's funny. Jack Grealish and Antony were the rationale that Shakhtar used in their pricing, right? Like that was clear from the beginning. They said, well, if Antony is worth this, from Antony's worth this, Jack Grealish was worth this, like Mudryk, we think is worth that too.
Yeah.
So, like, this makes whether or not he pans out, this makes the Gakpo deal look really good.
I think
Liverpool did some smart business. But
the Gakpo deal was
it's-
always good business at
I'm-
37 million.
It's
I'm very glad
skewing.
we did not. We
It's
did not.
skewing the market.
The market's been skewed.
I have a different question for you, Brad.
Yeah.
Where do you think Chelsea's biggest deficiencies are at right now?
Midfield and right back.
Okay.
I agree. Reece James is crap.
Right back coverage.
How
So
does
here's what's funny though.
how does spending 61 million pounds right now, ignoring the add-ons, 70 million euros, 61 million
Yeah.
pounds right now on a winger, materially help Chelsea in this moment?
It gets us goals.
Which we
So-
discussed last week has been a problem for you guys.
We have the fourth best defense, only giving up 21 goals. Our issue is we have 22 goals in the net.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that all you've had?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
real.
that's
In the
rough.
league.
Yeah, they're not scoring goals. But
Is
do
it
you,
that
not-
bad?
yeah, it is. But
Yeah.
do you think
Oof.
I guess my question is Chelsea balked at the 120 million pound Enzo Fernandez clause, which I think rightfully so is too much for him.
Yeah.
But
We offered 85.90, I think is what it was.
I also
For
think
Enzo.
I thought my
I think
understanding
it's still crazy.
I think my understanding was also that you guys offered 120, but like not 120 up front. It was 120 over the course of like probably like 5 or 6 years.
Right.
But like, would you have rather seen Arsenal sign Mudryk and Chelsea have signed a midfielder or two? What do you think would have been better for Chelsea?
I mean, I don't really care if who Arsenal signs to be
Okay.
100% honest.
Okay.
Like that doesn't apply here. It applies in that like you guys were interested in him and we came in the last minute and stole the deal, right? Because that's just
I think you're
funny.
I think you're underestimating that. Maybe for you personally, but I think that fired up a lot of the Chelsea
it
base.
did. Oh, it did. Oh,
Okay.
oh, it did.
Okay.
Like it's a dub. It's 100% a dub over Arsenal. That the 10th place team has more pull.
That's not what
Says-
happened, but okay.
says Chelsea Twitter.
Says Chelsea Twitter. Yeah, yeah.
That's Chelsea Twitter. We got more
I-
pull. London is still blue.
I don't think Arsenal fans care at all about that. They're top of the league, sitting pretty. Why would they care?
We don't.
Apparently they're yeah, I wouldn't care either. Like I get it. Fine.
I think
But our deficiencies in midfield. I would rather have used, I think short term, I would have rather used that money for the midfield.
Like apparently Casado is worth like 60 or 70, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm not about that life.
You're not?
Like we might as well just like I want us to wait for Declan. West Ham's relegated.
not yet.
I'd rather wait for Declan.
Okay, but do you think okay, here's a thought experiment for you. You wait for Declan, but you guys don't finish in the top 4, you don't have Champions League. City, Arsenal both come calling after Declan Rice, offer the same amount of money as Chelsea. Like why would Declan Rice choose Chelsea in this moment over either City or Arsenal? And we texted about this today, and you said you didn't believe, you thought, I made the point, I don't think Arsenal are going to sign Declan Rice. I would love for Arsenal to sign Declan Rice. I don't think Arsenal are going to sign Declan Rice. But I asked you the question, and you kind of laughed it off and said that it kind of seemed like you said there's no way Arsenal would sign him over Chelsea. But Declan Rice desperately wants to play Champions League football. He wanted to leave last year because he wanted to play Champions League football.
Chelsea's his club, though.
I understand
Yeah.
that.
He's a Chelsea
Chelsea's
fan.
his club. His best friends play there.
Okay,
Like he vacations with the Chelsea team.
okay, but clearly you could still do that as a West Ham player, so you could still do that as an Arsenal player or a Manchester City player. Declan Rice wants to win the biggest tournaments in the world. And do you think he has a better chance doing that at City or at Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Okay, well, all right.
From the stands, you're not even in.
Okay, it's fine. Like obviously,
Where's y'all stars? Oh, I don't see one. There.
Yeah. So speaking of the Cowboys, living in the past, just
What do you
like
mean living in the past? Sean, you wish you were in the past when Tottenham won trophies.
I still contend and will always contend that Arsenal are a bigger club than Chelsea. Nothing will dissuade me of that fact. You look at the first division titles, look at the FA Cups. Yes, you guys have won more European titles than us, but we have historically and will in perpetuity be a bigger club than Chelsea. You guys did. You guys.
Shakhtar doesn't think so.
No, Shakhtar thinks you have more money than Chelsea. That's what Shakhtar thinks. Shakhtar doesn't give. Shakhtar couldn't care which club they sell to, as long as they're getting their money. They would have sold. Shakhtar would have sold him to Spartak Moscow if it got them 100 million euros. And they're at war with Russia right now. They don't care who they sell to. They just want the money. The reason why the Shakhtar president has been bigging up Mudyrk for the last 6 months is because he knew that the English clubs would come calling and would want to sign him. So of course he's been saying for the last 6 months that Mudryk's going to win the Ballon d'Or. But is he really? We'll see. I don't want to spend too much time on Liverpool. We've spent some time. Let's talk about Newcastle though, because Joel, you're here. Who would you like to see Newcastle sign? Newcastle are currently are in equal points for third in the Premier League with United. Have a superior goal difference. They're 1 point away, 1 point behind City for second. They're 9 points off Arsenal, who are in first. Who do you want to see Newcastle sign to try and either close the gap on the top four, win a trophy? How do you want Newcastle to play this?
So I'm thinking of players off the top of my head. I can't, but I think Newcastle definitely need more depth because Bruno Guimaraes just got injured, right? He was feared to be out for a few weeks, but thankfully it looks like it's only a week or two. But if he goes, we've got to readjust the whole system because that brings Joel Linton, who's been playing on the wing, back into centre midfield. And then we got Sam Maximan, who's on the bench currently, back on the starting 11. It just changes everything.
Yeah. Is Joe Linton's off the field issue gonna bleed onto the field? Is he gonna catch a suspension for that?
No, I think he'll just get hit with a fine. I don't think he should.
What happened?
He
got
got
caught drink driving.
Drink driving.
Yeah, he'll got a court date at the end of January. I think he'll get slapped with a fine.
I didn't know if that would bleed onto the field for suspension or anything like that.
I don't think so because it's got nothing to do with the club. It's just he got caught drink driving, so I imagine he'll go to court and get hit with a fine. He's an idiot for doing that. It's just a stupid move. Yeah, complete idiot. But Newcastle need more depth in midfield centrally because they play a 4-3-3, so they need another central midfielder, and they need depth at the back because if Trippier gets injured, we don't have anyone close to his quality to cover. If Botman or Fabian Schär gets injured, we've got no one close to their quality to cover.
I've got a right back I can sell you.
He's Brazilian.
You can pick any Brazilian. Of them.
Yeah, I just think Newcastle have the depth.
Would you take Royal for 17?
I don't know. Probably not. Probably not.
So apparently there's talk that there are.
I can't even give this away.
3 Chelsea players that Newcastle have actively been scouting. Apparently. I think I texted this to you earlier today. Yeah. And I know what your first choice is, but what's your second choice out of the 3 of Conor Gallagher, Ziyech, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek? I'm pretty sure your first pick is Gallagher. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, probably in a central midfield position. That's where we need the depth.
So Loftus-Cheek or Ziyech as choice number 2?
Ziyech. Loftus-Cheek. I wouldn't want him anywhere near Newcastle. I really don't rate him.
The only thing he's like he's like a younger he's like a younger, worse version of James Milner. Like he can kind of play every role, but not play it well.
He would bring nothing to Newcastle. He wouldn't compete for a starting place. He's just not good enough. Ziyech would because he could challenge Almiron, but why would we need Ziyech when Almiron's in the form he's in?
Yeah.
Why bother even trying to replace Almiron?
It's kind of like you want to do your business smart. You don't want to end up with 3 or 4 left wingers.
Yeah.
You'd rather have a backup center midfielder instead of another, right winger.
Conor Gallagher would challenge or replace Sean Longstaff.
Yeah. And Willock.
Oh
no, I don't think he would replace Willock. Willock is such an unsung hero.
They play different roles.
Willock honestly plays on the wing a lot.
Yeah.
He plays behind our wing, on our left wing.
Gallagher's on the right. Yep.
I will say I'm sad that we still
for Gallagher.
Say that again.
How much would you pay for Gallagher?
If I were Newcastle's owners, I don't know. I don't know how many years he's got left on his contract. I have no idea. Because that makes it. If he's got 6 years left, it's going to be a lot more than if he's got 1 year left. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, the rumor is like 40-50 mil.
I don't think Newcastle's owners would pay that.
That seems like English tax.
Yeah,
It's definitely
Newcastle got Guimaraes for 32-35 million. Like, he's a much better player than Gallagher.
I said 30.
But you've got English tax.
If you can get a backup midfielder, possibly challenging for a starting position, you spend 30-ish on that. I think you're happy with that. 25 to 35.
You spend.
I don't think Chelsea would sell for that, and I wouldn't be upset if that didn't happen.
No, and that's when you tell them, okay, thank you, good luck selling to the next club, and just find your next one.
Yeah,
I don't think Gallagher is necessarily on the market, though. I think the other two are definitely on the market. I would be shocked if Gallagher's on the market. But either way,
I'm definitely not interested in Loftus-Cheek at all. Ziyech, if he came, I'd be very surprised if Newcastle went for him. I'd be shocked. I don't see it happening.
Do you guys want to get into some trivia? So my understanding is that Joel, you have some trivia for us.
I do.
And Sean,
I would like this.
Sean, you have trivia as well. Is that correct?
I can.
I can have some. It was me.
Is Brad has trivia? Okay.
I have my.
I can come up with some trivia.
No. Let's let Brad do his trivia because I think it's going to be lower quality than Joel's, and I'd rather let Joel's breathe a little bit more.
I don't know about that.
Ooh.
Brad has low quality trivia most of the time.
I do.
Mine's probably pretty low quality as well.
We're playing manager. How many teams has this guy managed?
Okay,
right, let's do it.
Right. The number of clubs is 6. The manager is David Moyes. Can you name these 6 clubs? How many of these 6 clubs can you name for David Moyes? We'll start the bidding with Sean because you had the most last week.
I thought you already did Moyes.
Yeah, we did Moyes like a week ago.
No.
We did Moyes like 2 weeks ago, Brad.
No.
Yes, we did.
I had him on my list that we hadn't done him.
Wasn't he manager of Preston North End?
Oh yeah, okay. Then I don't have one this week. Oh, my bad.
So Joel,
yet.
So Joel, let me because it was Preston North End, Everton, United, West Ham, some team in Spain like Valencia or something like Real Sociedad, something like that, and then Everton again or something like whatever it was. It was something stupid. Or like a Scottish club or something. I don't remember. But yeah, we did this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, okay, my bad. I thought I had him on my list. That's my fault. I got it in my list.
And Joel, this is why I told you that your trivia would be better than Brad's.
I was giving Joel the time to get his trivia ready.
All right.
Joel's ready.
Joel, so the floor is yours.
Mine's a question for each of you, but you can all play in each other's questions.
Okay.
So it's basically how well do you know your own club?
Oh God. Oh God.
And so no Googling, obviously, as we do this. I want you all to name as many as you can, the top 5 scorers for your club in the Premier League only. Oh. So how many of your top 5 scorers can you name? Premier League era.
Oh, Premier League era.
Yes. So we're not going back to the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, just Premier League era. And no Googling, Brad. I see you typing.
I'm typing my notes.
All right,
I'm literally on Notepad because I don't have a notepad.
He's literally cheating in front of our face.
I will share my screen when we're done. My hands will come off the keyboard.
Reaching for a pen and I got a highlighter.
No particular order. You don't need to get it in order. Just see how many you can name. I had fun looking this up. I tried it myself. I didn't get all 5 for any of your clubs, unfortunately.
I think I'm going to go King. Oh, sorry. Well, I already know that. We all know the top score for our club.
Okay. Do you want to go first, Sean?
No, I've only got 2 names down.
Oh, okay.
Oh shoot!
I've
Now
just
I'm blanking on. Oh, okay.
I've just listed 7. So,
Hit me with 7 names. Let's see how many are in the top 5.
all right. Okay. In no particular order. Oh, hold on. I forgot one. I have 8 now. Okay. So, Henri, Ian Wright, Dennis Bergkamp, RVP, Van Persie. Are all 4 of those correct?
Yeah, they're the top 4.
So I'm going to give you what I think is number 5 before I give you the other ones.
Okay.
Fabregas.
Wrong.
No.
All right.
No, that's
Okay.
this man. What?
Okay, Fabregas scored a lot of goals for Arsenal, so back off. My other options were Giroud, Adebayor, and Aubameyang.
Giroud.
Was it Giroud?
Yeah, it was Giroud.
Oh man, I got 4.
I was 6th or 7th.
I got 4 out of 5. I'm fairly happy with that. I also thought about throwing Canoe in there, but I don't think he wasn't with us for long enough.
I thought Walcott for you. I didn't know.
Oh, I forgot about Theo.
Top of my head, but he was not in the top 5.
He did score a lot of goals for us, but I got 4 out of 5 off the rip. I'm happy.
I was gonna say I'm ready to go.
I can too. It's your choice. I think I have 3, but I put 2 other names in there.
Go, Sean.
I've got 3. I've got 3 for sure, and then 2 guesses.
Okay.
Go
on. Kane, Sheringham, Defoe.
Okay.
Bale?
No, you got 1, 2.
No, he wasn't. 1, 2, and 5. Oh my gosh, Sol Campbell.
Sol Campbell.
All right, let me see if I can pull. Let me see if I can pull the last 2.
Oh, that's so good.
While he guesses.
All right, Brad.
Okay.
All right. Lampard.
Yep, number 1.
Didier.
Yep.
Hazard.
Yep.
Costa.
Nope.
John Terry were my 5 that I had.
John Terry.
Been there so long. He scored the most goals as a defender.
That's still.
Nope.
And I had Robin as a shot in the dark.
No, you got 1, 2, and 3.
All right, who were 4 and 5 for him?
Yeah.
Chelsea 4 and 5. Number 4, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
Okay, he had no chance.
And Gianfranco Zola.
Zola, I forgot about.
Also had no chance.
Zola? I'm not really mad about Hasselback. I should have known Zola.
All right, Sean, what you got?
My last 2 guesses are going to be Modric, 5-run stretch, and Heung-min Son.
Yep, Son he's number 3.
All right, so I got 4.
You're
3, really?
You're missing Robbie Keane.
Oh, I didn't realize he was. Yeah.
So he was only missing Robbie Keane.
Yeah, I mean he got Son. You got Kane, Sheringham, Son, Defoe. Defoe's 5th, Keane's 4th.
Wow, that was good. I like that. That was actually
That was fun. That was a good one.
There we go. Good job, guys.
So
what are Newcastle's top 5 goal scorers of all time?
Well, it's funny you asked that.
League.
I looked it up just in case you guys asked me. So
how many did you have when you guessed?
So surprisingly, I got 3 because 2 of the guys I was like, it was similar. Like, how did I miss? Going back to like the 90s era, it's like, of course. So Shearer, number 1, Peter Beardsley, who I completely blanked on. He's like a Newcastle legend. But
so did we.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I know who he is. Then it's like, of course, Peter Beardsley, Andy Cole,
okay,
Shola Amiobi, and Ferdinand. Les Ferdinand.
Okay, that's good. I like that.
That's a good one.
Jimmy, you'll have to let us know for Liverpool if you'll have to also self-check for Liverpool against yourself. And I think Will, you'll have to give us since 92, 93 the top 5 Juventus scorers, and you'll also have to self-check that, Will. So
I do have one.
Okay.
Because when you threw it to me, I started looking for one. So what I want to know is I'm going to name Golden Boot winners from the Premier League since its inception. All of the people that I'm about to name have won it more than once.
Okay.
So I would like to know the people that have won it only once.
So you're going to list everybody, or
I'm going to list everyone that has won it more than once, and I will list the amount that they won it.
And then we have to guess all the people who've
The
only won it
people
once.
that have only won it once. And then at the end, once I do this count, I will let you know how many people that is.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Complicated.
Are you
So-
killing? Are you stalling time? Your time for
No.
yourself?
Yes, I'm stalling for myself. So we have people that have won it more than once. We have Alan Shearer, Michael Owen. We have Hasselbank. Then we come to Thierry Henry. Then we come to Drogba.
I forgot he did win it twice.
Then we come to Van Persie. Then we come to Aguero, or nope, I'm sorry. Well, I just gave you one. Aguero has only won it once. There you
There
go.
we go.
Van Persie, then Harry Kane, then Salah, and that's it.
This is hard.
Okay, so you want us to
So
name
wait, how many do you want us to name
Yeah.
here, bro?
like how many?
I am trying to write them down.
There's gonna be like
I am counting.
15.
I'm counting ties.
Yeah, there's going to be so many.
Yeah, he named
Yeah.
like 10 people, and the Premier League's been around for 30 years. And there's at least one of them I know was a joint winner because he didn't name Aubameyang, and Aubameyang's won a Golden Boot, and he was tied with other people.
There's joint winners. There's
So like,
joint winners.
but he's only won it one time, so he is one of those people who's only won it one time. This is going to be an exhaustive list, and
Nope, it's not that bad.
I don't believe you.
I've got 5, and Aguero was one of them. So you already gave us that one.
All right, so
I've
we've got
4.
We've got 2 total as a group.
All right, you can do it as a group then.
All
That's
right.
the only way we might get something out of this.
All right,
So-
Joel.
By we,
Joel,
I mean those two.
So I've got the list now. It's
I've got 2 guarantees that I know. 2 more. Are we discussing this as a team?
yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie
it's only
Vardy.
it's
Jamie
only
Vardy.
it's only 15. All right, so we got to check on Aguero and Vardy. All right.
Jamie Vardy, Luis Suarez.
Yep.
He definitely won it.
Aubameyang.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't have
16 names. Sorry, I didn't write down Suarez. I was moving really quickly.
Brad, did any Chelsea players? What about Eden Hazard? Did Eden Hazard win a Golden
Hazard
Boot?
might have won it once. Yeah, I think he did. Hazard?
No.
No,
I'm
you
gonna give
had-
y'all 3 strikes now. That's 2.
Let's go back to. We got
No,
Cristiano.
as a team, you get one. You
Yeah,
get one.
Ronaldo. Ronaldo's
Cristiano Ronaldo. He had to have done it in like 08, 09, or 2010.
That's 17. I was moving really fast. Yeah, 17 people. You guys got another one.
this list keeps getting longer. You'll notice.
I know. I'm trying to scan in the list, trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody.
This is an absurd. Like Ian Wright might be on there. Dennis Bergkamp might be on there.
I need names. So again, for the folks at home,
Nicholas
people
Anelka might
who-
be on there.
Anelka, I'll give you that. You got one.
Which team was it for?
Arsenal.
Oh,
So
hold up. One of Newcastle's top Premier League scorers, Andy Cole.
Yeah, Andy Cole's
Andy
got to be on the
Cole.
list. That.
He
Yeah.
got
you
like
have
40
got
goals.
that one. You have got Andy Cole.
I mean, like,
I don't know if he did it more than once. I know he won it though.
if he won it,
didn't
then
say
he didn't say his name, then he's on the list.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, he's got to be on there.
Van Nistelrooy is
Wait.
on.
What about Wayne Rooney? Wayne Rooney's got to be on that list.
Not on the list.
What?
Never won a Golden Boot.
We have one guest left.
One more wrong guess.
Did Torres win it?
Maybe. I mean, he did light up Liverpool for a season and a half. I don't know if he ever won a Golden Boot though.
I don't know.
Just trying to make sure I didn't.
I'm trying to go back to the 90s or like the early 2090s.
You guys are missing some good ones in the recent times.
Like there-
Only winning
All right,
once.
so
Who
time.
we got? Can you tell us who we've got?
Oh, Sadio
Son.
Mane.
All
All right, so who you have? All right, so you got Mane.
I want
all right,
Mane.
I'll check that off.
I want Hyun-Min
All right, so
Son.
Son.
All right, so you got off Son. All right, so right now you have Andy Cole, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Nicholas Anelka, Heung-min Son, Ronaldo, Vardy, Suarez, Mane, Aubameyang, Aguero.
10.
10 out of
10.
17. That's pretty good.
That's
Let's think about this.
I think there's only probably 2 you're not gonna get.
no. There's like 5 we're not.
Yeah.
It's like 6. We might have one more in us.
Who's
There's
that
2 that I don't know.
older Man United striker? It was like the.
Ollie did Ollie win it once or something? Like,
I was thinking the same thing. I know it's not possible because he was like a super sub, but
all right, this
I was thinking the
I
same
don't
thing.
want to throw Joel off, but the 2 you're not gonna get played in the late 90s for Blackburn and Coventry.
I have no chance.
Chris Sutton.
Oh, Sutton. You got one of them.
Dang.
As soon as you said Blackburn,
You got one of them. Actually, it's 18 because I forgot the other one.
I don't know the Coventry one.
So
Dwight
it's 18
York.
now.
It's not
Which-
Coventry.
Dwight York, you got okay. So you just
Man United.
I give up. I have no more guesses.
all right.
Yeah.
So the only ones left.
Can you give us teams? Give us teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna roll through the ones you guys did not get. Was
if you give
Dion
teams-
Dublin was even with Chris
Sure,
Sutton
give us teams. Give us teams.
and Coventry.
No,
And
just-
Coventry was Dion Dublin.
Just the
Okay,
teams.
just give us the teams of the people we're missing.
And the year.
Oh,
Joel
I'm
thinks he can
sorry.
do it.
Well, I'll give. Well, then we'll cross off Dublin because I just gave it away. So Coventry in '98 was Dublin. Ones you are missing.
Just want the year and the team.
Now I'm 2099 2000 Sunderland. And he's highlighted for some reason.
Kevin Phillips.
Yes. Yeah, Phillips.
Well
Oh
done, Joel.
shoot,
Well done.
Joel, let's see what you got.
I had no chance.
None.
You're missing. Where was he? Manchester City 2011. And the joint Golden Boot was Manchester City and Manchester United.
What's his name? What's his name?
2011.
What was it?
Wait, you
his
said Man
name?
City, Man United 2011.
Yes.
And we got
2010 10 11.
who won
10
it?
11.
Who won it in 10-11 for United? Did we get that person or were they a double winner?
You have not gotten either one of them,
Oh,
which is
God, I can't
surprising.
think of his
Hold
name.
the phone. Hold the phone.
The Italian
It's-
dude.
It's both. It's
It's not
surprising for
Balotelli.
both.
No, it's not Balotelli. It's 10-11 for Man United. They won the league. It was Rooney, Ronaldo, and
Berbatov?
he was City. Tevez.
Oh, Tevez.
Tevez.
Yes.
Tevez, you got. You're missing the United.
2011. James, you said it. It's got to be Berbatov.
It's Berbatov.
I saw the
There we go.
swing.
There we go. All right. So what else are we missing? We're missing like 3 more or something, right?
He keeps adding more, so we're
I
missing
know.
like 6 more.
No. I think the only one you're missing.
I think my question was,
I think the only one you're missing is the Tottenham player.
What year?
93.
Get out of here. No chance.
Teddy Sheringham.
Yep.
All right. The reason why Sean
Holy smokes.
the reason why
Yeah.
Sean picked this is because he saw that there were multiple Spurs people on the list, and he was like, "I can get this." Sean, that was not your best showing.
Hey, listen, you threw it to me for some trivia, and I pulled it up.
Made us think.
Yeah, certainly.
yeah.
That was much longer than I anticipated, but it's okay. It was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have just now unpausing the video after naming 19 players, apparently, I hope you didn't take too much time.
I think it's actually 17 because I wrote down a Dublin, but I think it came out Dutton.
I really
Been
hope
watching too much Yellowstone.
I really hope that that you
I wanna
guys
know how many
finished
Jimmy
watching.
gets.
Okay, yeah, Jimmy, let us know. Hit the subscribe button, ring the sub notification bell, leave a comment down below, all those things. At KSBradG, at Joel Finley 16, at Whiteheart_Sean. I'm at James Tiffany. Collectively, we are at Redcard_radio. Check back tomorrow. We've got a preview for match week 20. Have a good one.